And we're back on Take Action News with David Shuster, the executive producer, Daniel Marion's guest hosting, finishing up the show July 20th, 2013. With me in studio is my guest co-host today, Cole Stangler. And we've got Alan Rosenblatt, our Dr. Digipole social media guru. And still with us on the line, of course, is our activist of the week, Howard Conde. And I'm going to put this out there as an open question to all three of you. And that is that we're seeing what looks like a burgeoning racial justice movement in this country. People in the streets at a level that perhaps hasn't been seen in a long time. Certainly, maybe not since the 90s with what happened to Rodney King, and obviously, and it's remained, I think by and large nonviolent. Are we seeing the beginnings of something bigger here? And I think that's the question I'd pose. Cole Stangler, you feel strongly a little bit about this?
Well, no, I mean, I think, Howard, you were at Howard University, or I guess at the law school here in D.C., and I was at Georgetown last year, and I know that, once people got word of what was going on, that George Zimmerman was a free man after this had happened, I was, encouraged and inspired by the fact that there seemed to be almost immediately this kind of pushback against it on campus. I was involved with the Occupy group on campus and the NAACP, and we organized a little rally, not expecting there to be a big turnout, and we had about 75, 100 people show up on campus. It was maybe the biggest spontaneous rally we had, and marched down to and joined the rally in D.C. And it's not just obviously on my campus at Georgetown, but across the country. And today too, I think you're seeing there are protests being held in Chicago, Atlanta, Tallahassee, New York. So if there's anything positive to take away from this, I think that you're seeing the beginnings. You're seeing some pushback and some movement that's been taking place. And the question is, where is it going to go next? And there's all kind of issues it could go in. Obviously, the criminal justice system. When you talk about what can we do in response to this verdict? You talk about structural racism in the United States. It's the criminal justice system is a excellent place to start with that. All sorts of other issues. But I do feel encouraged by the fact that there has been seems to be this burgeoning movement that's going on, not only after the verdict, but still today, too, more than a week after.
I agree. I think the beautiful... Oh, I'm sorry. Someone else was speaking?
No, go ahead. No, go ahead, Howard.
I think the beautiful thing also about what you are saying is what I've noticed is a lot of people are claiming this is all about race. And I won't say that race doesn't have any component in this. I do think, of course, Zimmerman followed Trayvon because of his race. Of course, I think that's well established. But what I do disagree with is some people saying the outrage is simply about race. To me, no, it's not. It's about right and wrong. And the beauty about what you guys, Georgetown is a predominantly Caucasian institution.
Yeah.
So you guys are rally behind Trayvon as well. It's about right and wrong. It's not about race at that point in time. It's about people being upset at this verdict because if you're a moral person, you know that verdict, was wrong, and you know the fact that he wasn't arrested was wrong. So I think that's the beautiful thing is that at all these rallies, the New York rallies, the D.C. rallies, it's not just one race of person that's upset and that's outraged at this verdict. You have, white America, you have Asians, you have Latinos, you have blacks, and I think that's beautiful about this entire movement. I think that's the difference with this movement and a lot of movements, back in the day. It's more inclusive today. It's 2013. It's more inclusive. People are more tolerant of each other, and that lets me know we're moving in the right direction, and now it's about right versus wrong.
Well, I'd put it even, I'd make it even stronger. White America is a thing of the past, I think. It's multicolored America now. I mean, the young generation, largely in part due to, Latino and Asian immigration, but I think it bolsters, potentially could bolster the position of all people of color, and all Americans, is that,
we're getting less. The country as a whole is getting less white.
Exactly. And I think so. I think it's almost in a positive way. It's inevitable.